Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Enigmarch series. Every day during March, I'm going to write a puzzle based on a prompt given by the Enigmarch team. Today is day 11, and our prompt is past. So let's make a past. I mentioned yesterday I was going to hide some tabs, and I have done so, just so that I don't have to drag it all the way over. But I didn't delete them; they're all still there. Okay, so the first thing when I think of past is like previous puzzles. Uh, However, I don't want to go about the previous puzzles bit, just because with the previous puzzles bit, for this, like the end form is this PDF, and yes, the puzzles are going to be in order in this PDF, but they may not solve them in order. Like so, puzzles so there was a example of this. So like bingo had some stuff. Yeah, like this contains puzzle and data. Puzzle data is embedded in something produced months ago, or puzzle where teams must create a video. Right. This idea of a puzzle that depends on data from the hunt itself is really good when it's like the last puzzle. This was literally the last puzzle to uh, last puzzle unlock. That's what I'm looking for. So given that this is puzzle 11 and we like they're all getting unlocked at once in this PDF and we don't know what order they're going about, I'm not a huge fan of. So this is previous puzzles in the set. Now I can do previous puzzles elsewhere. If I had a if I had previous Enigmarch projects that were public, I might go into that. It feels weird to dig into another puzzle hunt's stuff. Um, Also, I've already like done that a little bit. Like this was Lake Erie, yeah. It's part of endless practice, right? I've already done this once. In that I wrote this puzzle. And by this puzzle, I mean this is an incredibly straightforward puzzle, but uh, yeah, it's. I mean, okay, I guess I could look at previous Enigmarch prompts because they're all on here. I wonder, is it possible? I'm gonna just copy these real fast. Oh, of course. There we go. Is it possible to take these and do anything with my list of answers here? I guess I should copy these and put it over on here. Oops. So I can just be like comparing stuff. Is there any way I can use these words to clue? I have other things I can do, but because like I could definitely see like quarter turn as phrases or random search. I like how we have just like one Pokemon type every year. Apparently, we had Psychic last. Actually, I am curious. Is there like one Pokemon type every year? Yeah. So there's Rock on day 8. Fire day 27, and Bug on day 15. Oh, there has been one Pokemon type every year. Oh, I really hope that's on purpose. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm not. So let me actually just get all of the. This is 2025, 2024. Okay. Lol. That's not it. It's this. 2023. And then 2022. Okay. I'm going to just copy these over here. So we've got 4 years of past prompts. Four is slightly awkward. Like if we had 3 or 5, I'd know exactly what I'd want to do with them. Like rhyme is actually really helpful. I'm looking at irrational. Do we have number? No, we don't have number. Um, interesting. Um, red color is this year, so it's It's probably not in any others. If I can make like one or two of these work, then we are so in. Ooh, is blank a word any year? Yeah, blank is a word. Okay. I like where this is going. Boy, however, isn't going to be a thing, so I can't do attaboy. Area. Oh. This may not work. I may be doing something else with this data set, but I like this as a data set. Because fish was something was on here, if I remember correctly. So Gil might be able to. Yeah, fish. But breath is not going to be a thing. I feel like if I wanted to combine these into crossword clues, I would want to maybe design the entire thing around that. So I may be doing something else with this. Um, hmm. Goat. Uh. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, all right. Especially because I am trying to create I am trying to create crossword clues and not just clue the word itself, right? And so that's why using these to make because like I could spell out hi mom HIMOM, right? But like if I could clue pals somehow and then reverse, okay. So all right. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to make a clue just from concatenating different Enigmarch prompts together. At least not anything that clues. I mean, I could do that already, but I can't do it for anything that depends um, on for the clues that we have. So how do we go about using this data set? How can we use this data set? I mean, there are definitely some interesting there are definitely some interesting like cryptic style things. Like we got second or initial. We can use rhyme. Uh, Reverse, sequel, mix, shift, quarter. Okay. Um, so what if we had a bunch of words and each one of them like we have a bunch of puzzles and every puzzle like solves to a word and that word needs to have the prompt put onto it in order to in order to yeah, so we have like I don't know. Uh the so car is what we're cluing and the I'm trying to come up with a word that has like a clue phrase that's like shorter words. Um, like if we had blank space, oh no, sorry, a blank bar or blank station to clue space. So blank can be clued with um blank is just a thing on here, right? Was somewhere, yeah. So it's please do this correctly. Thank you. Yeah. So then blank is just clued by day 10. And then the other stuff we can clue with like oh, there's got to be something where we can make a word only with letters in hex and then just give a number and they have to translate as a hex. So like odd could be um Blair. I assume this ogre odd, and then we have to come up with something for bar and station, right? So like we can either clue things based on this is like so what gets shown is ogre. Where was odd? 19. And so one of the clues from the 19th then applies to ogre. Okay, I would continue to do this on the past sheet, except that I really need to see. Well, here's what I'll do. I will now that I know what I want the format to be. Nope. I am going to grab all of these and put them down here. That didn't work. This way. Okay. Except I'm gonna put a 1 through 31 on them. All right, so I'm basically remaking that table here. 2025, 2024, 2023, 2022, which means I can now get rid of all this. All right, and then I can actually bring this up. No reason for it to be down here now that I'm like actually considering this. And then I can grab a bunch of the empty answers. Well, I can just grab a list of the answers, put them here, and get rid of a la anti aria. Brea Dane Dis. Cool. IPA Mike. Real Stets Yeet. Stets Yeet. Great. The next one. I'm not trying to move it, I'm trying to copy it. Abba Agar Alps Arc. Abba Agar Alps Arc. Cabby's Fire. Zoop. Ice T Jet Li Kyra Laston. Ice T Jet Li Kyra Laston. Peta Poem. Renee Tilda. Okay. So these are now I have everything that I'm looking for in one page and it's on the past page. So we can start putting together clues. And ideally each one would use one word from at least one word from a prompt. And then everything else is like prompt adjustment. Um, None of these, like, I'm looking at like words that could be clue would be nice to use, but I don't see anything to do with Clue, the board game here. Uh, what can we do? Like Lear wants to refer to King Lear, and we have Royal, right? Yeah. So Could we have Lear do something like Royal Shakespeare play? Maybe about being blind and mad. Oh, it's not really. Maybe a better way of doing this would be with Cordelia. Okay, and now we just got to figure out how the heck we're doing Cordelia. Um, Out of curiosity, is Cordelia anagram to anything? That is not how you spell Cordelia. Not really anything interesting. Ironically, if I forgot the L, it would be Ice Road, which was actually kind of good. Um, Goneril. One girl. Did I spell that right? Goneril. Yeah. One girl. And what are we using for anagramming on here? Mix 21. Royal is just uh was just a word on here. It is 18. So the idea is that they'll have to figure out whether it's supposed to be pause, club, royal, or spell. I do not know how we're doing Shakespeare, but that's a problem for future me in a moment. Let's see if we can get another one. Oh, mystery for Rian, right? Isn't Oh, was mystery this year? Mystery was this year. Yeah. So, what if elderly was people who might be ancient or aged? Was aged one of our? No, it wasn't one of our answers. Okay. So, ancient is something that we have. Ancient, not that I can remember where it was. There it is, 17. All right, and then we just have to figure out how we're doing each of these words. Okay. Um, so I guess the big question is, how are we doing Shakespeare? Shakespeare isn't in a constellation, I don't think. Um, is there like writer or author? Like sequel is like we could get some sort of hmm. BE is going to be I guess I could have done this. Hold on. I could just do this in equals hex to deck BE. Does it have to be lowercase? It has to be a string. Okay. So 190 16. All right. The fact that I have two good ones right off of there makes me feel good about elderly and less good about Lear. Oh wait, no, I've only found one for this so far. Aged, like these all seem much more reasonable. Shakespeare is the problem. Okay, so could be translate. All right, let me just highlight like some like things that I think are gonna up that are possibilities here, right? That I think are like reasonable. Like these are things that will take a word to a word. Like there is definitely some stuff that takes a word to a letter. Sequel is a semantic instead of orthographic. Heart could be used to grab like the inside of a bit. Quarter could be used to grab 1/4 of it. Hollow could be used to take like the middle out of it. Uh, in combine, I might be able to do stuff with. Um, Let me just highlight these. Like these are like things that like seem promising. And hollow, like I might be able to get this OR to do. Yeah, the problem with doing like maybe I just cut Lear. Like I'm looking at this more and more, and maybe I just cut Lear and I do something else. Like my that's what my gut is telling me at the moment, and so I just need to figure out. I'm just gonna cut it. My gut is telling me no, and at some point I just gotta listen. Um, I don't have anything. Oh wait. Is there a constellation of a goat? Capricorn. Capricorn. Or actually, it would get out of here. Yeah. So if we say Capricorn horoscope, yeah, when is it usually? December to January. So we could say something like New Year constellation animal, not fish. And the constellation and fish are both on here. Constellation is 21. Nope. Let's try that again. And fish is on here. 20. I like that. So it's a sea goat. It's a combination of a fish and a. Oh, I could have just clicked there. Haha. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. I like it. I like it. I like it. So animal is now the hardest thing that we have to do, and yeah, animal isn't on the list. Okay. Lamina. It's lamina reversed. 31. Okay. All right, we're cooking. We're cooking with gas. We are cooking with gas. How can we get people? People magazine. We could say like life sequel. I wonder. All right, this might be this is something that we could see in playtesting. Um, it's not really. Oh, I remember this. Um, all right, we'll keep that for now. Um, so like year age. I wonder if we have. Yeah. Also, I should be using this for that. But it's gonna give me the same thing. Yeah. Okay. All right. We need. Can we do who as an odd? Here we go. WHO. Wahoo. I like Wahoo. I like that. That's fun. Or as the heart of something, actually. I like that because it fits like the idea of heart as a cryptic thing in an even letter word. You're grabbing the two letters in the middle. So so let's grab what's a good word on this? Choral. Choral. Yeah, let's grab that. All right. Ideally, I'd like to not repeat a day in the same clue. So we don't have a 21 on here. Um, yeah, it's not really a good thing for that. And then might is not gonna like that's not gonna mix to anything. This I like for have being like cut off half of the word. Salvaged. 21 have. Okay. And then Might be the rhyme, honestly. Uh, yeah, this is gonna be the rhyme. Just do right. Okay, so then we just gotta do the rest of this. So we have New Year and not. Honestly, do any of these Caesar ciphered anything interesting? Uh, no, not really. Not really, and I'm gonna guess that year doesn't. Yeah, okay. Um, that's a backup if I don't find anything interesting. But let's see if I can have actual words for all the stuff. Um, we can stick one of them inside of the other. A quarter for not. Uh, Notarization. Yeah. Quarter is 8. Nuevo. All right, I like doing Nuevo and translate because like that's a famous. This is about Span. Like this is a commonly known Spanish word, like Feliz Año Nuevo. Um, and it should hopefully have some clues as to what is going on here. All right, year is the last one we need to do. We've done odd. I mean, I could do it as Año Nuevo. I really want to avoid putting it Enye though. And if I don't put the Enye, then it does not mean New Year anymore. Um, I mean, it's Hawkeye Arena. It is the Carver Hawkeye Arena. Can we try harder? I mean, I may have to. Yeah, Buckeye, Arizona. Yeah, let's do it. This should hopefully be another one that's like not that hard to piece together. I mean, year's not in inwards, right? That's not like that. Sorry, it's not like interestingly hidden in year in words. I guess something based off of yearn would be the interesting bit. But like most of the things I'm seeing are all play by ear. Oh yeah, you know what? That is a much better phrase. Okay, all right, let's make this puzzle. Past day 11, March 11th. All right, so the way I'm thinking about producing that, showing this is clip art calendar. I've not had good luck with this, but we'll see what we can get. Yeah, in retrospect, I am not going to get what I want. I already know that. See what happens if I just say March on here. Oh, that's right. All this stuff is going to have like leprechauns and crap. All right, what is this? Let's see. Anything that says how it can be used. It probably does not mean for me to turn it into another puzzle. Um, see what happens if I download this. Okay. Let's say what it could be used for on here. All right, yeah, I don't think I can use it. It's a shame because this actually is like reasonable for what I'm thinking of. Yeah, all this like classroom. So the problem is that like I am so used to looking for things when teaching, and when you look for getting images and stuff for teaching, you do not care about copyright because you're not producing materials to show like to everyone on the internet. You're presenting to show to like a couple classes of kids, and so nobody cares about copyright, and uh that's fine. But when you're doing like puzzle stuff, you actually have to care more. So the teacher resource stuffs that I'm usually very drawn to is not helpful here. All right, we're just gonna make a March calendar. Okay. Oh. Oh. Well, I do want purple. Despite that, I mean that's part of the theming of this, but also will clue the Enigmarch stuff. Um, no, I do want boxes. Yeah, let's do this. So we can call it Enigmarch 2020, and then we might be able to just like blur this. We make this bigger. Okay, okay. I like where this is going. Can we like insert a shape here? How can we make? Oh, okay. First of all, no wrapping. Secondly, no outline. Great. Now, what I want is opacity. Ooh, yeah. Can I get like a here and then okay, that's not enough. Uh, uh, yeah, that should be what I have right now. Oops. Maybe this was. Maybe I just have to not make it transparent at all and just be like, oh, hey, look at this. All right. So now what we're going to do is fill in each of these things on the appropriate day. So that is, I'm going to pull this over here for the moment. Apologies, but that's going to be straightforward. So on day 31 is people. So we're going to type in life. I'm going to make this, we're going to color it, but we're also going to change the font. Oh, I love special elite. We're also changing the font. We have, and then this is the first word. In 19, we have Wahoo. Oh, I guess you should. Well, now we can do the lowercase. This is the second word. On here, we have right, and this is the third word. 16 has 190 as the fourth word. Ancient is in 17, and that is just the fifth word. Or is coral. And that's the sixth word. And then 21 gets salvaged, and that is the seventh word. Okay, so then we do this again, but in a different font now. What's another like visually distinctive font? Well, actually, let's type the first one in, which is Nuevo one. Okay, so we can have like this is my first instinct. Yeah, some of those are not really that visible. Yeah, like a handwriting versus. Okay, I like it. Um, we also have the notarization we have to put in here eventually. 19 also gets play by ear. Okay. Maybe we get rid of the play by ear 2. So for some reason, that is. Why is there not enough space? Why is that running off the page? Is yeah, I mean, my only guess is that there isn't enough space on there at all. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Constellation 21. Nope. You get a 3. Lamina on 31. Your word 4. Notarization on 8. Gets a 5, and 20 gets a 6. All right, so now we just got to figure out this play by ear problem. And maybe the answer is I get rid of this flavor text box because I don't like I do not need more flavor text. Oh, this is not done out all the way. Hold on a second. Nope. Okay. You will be fixed in a moment, but let's like stick us up to here. There we go. Yeah, it was just okay. All right. Yeah. I don't think I need much more cluing for this. Um, the one thing is if I were looking to adjust this, like the other thing I could do is put the enumerations down here. Um, the other thing that might have to happen is that right now, people to life is the only non orthographic change, and so that might like this. This is, I think, the weak point of the puzzle, and might need to get adjusted. Maybe instead of doing life on 31, we can do a shift on 4. Oh no, we already have a heart. Hmm. Yeah, like I just came up with like stick figure 3D, but then or portrait 3D, but that both don't really clue and also is another semantic change. Another change based on meaning as opposed to on the letters or what's going on there. Okay, I think we're gonna stop it there. We'll see what happens to Life One and if that stays or not. But yeah, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video. This is part 11 of what will be a 31-part series when it's done. Check out my profile for all of the parts of the series. Also, check out every Wednesday. I post videos about solving puzzles or of me solving puzzles. Um, Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.